We've already had one superstar in the studio. It's time to welcome the other. John Obi Mikel is here. Hello, John. How are you?
I'm good, and you? How are you guys?
Do you know what? We are so excited you're in the studio because... What are you looking at? Oh no, it's just like the other guest. Yeah. When are you getting back in the octagon?
Who was that guest?
The UFC chat. I'll tell you why we're excited for a number of reasons. The last time you came in the studio, you shared the studio with Claude Makelele.
Yeah.
And what was great about that is we had two legends in the studio. Like, you're completely different.
Play the same position, yeah.
I mean, like to speak to.
Yeah.
Okay, so Claude was very sort of quiet and subdued, and you were the opposite. And no, genuinely, what I said to my producer was that I said, you know, it'd be great if we could get both of them in separately. And so last week we had Claude Makelele in.
Yeah.
And now we've got you. So we're very excited that you're in. Thank you.
You've done a good job by getting us both on different days.
Well, I tell you what, to find the 40 grand needed to get you in that wasn't easy. We just said to Betty we're going to halve your wages today. Listen, you're in the studio. We've got lots to talk to you about, but one of the main reasons you're coming in is because you are looking ahead to the FIFA Club World Cup. It all gets underway live on DAZN from June the 14th. Yeah. Let's talk about that in this section, right? And then the rest of the show, we'll talk to you about other bits and pieces to do with the football world. I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm going to be honest with you with the Club World Cup. When it was first announced, I was a little bit like, oh, it's a bit pointless. But, and there's a big but.
That's a big but, yeah.
There's no football this summer, and I love football, so I'm really pleased that
there is going to be one, yeah.
But also, more importantly, when it was announced, I was like, oh, no teams are going to be putting their big name. And then, of course, FIFA came out, and the prize money they put to it was so ridiculous that the clubs now can't afford to not go for it and not go full strength. Yeah. So the fact that I love football, and we got football over the summer, and I think it's going to be really competitive. I'm honestly really looking forward to this.
Oh, I am. You just said it all there. I think, obviously, when it was first announced, I don't think anyone knew what we could expect, but I think leading up now to the tournament, I think we know exactly what we're going to get. Like you said, I think most of the teams are going to compete. They're going to bring in their big guns. They're all going to be in the tournament. Talk about Chelsea, of course. I like to see us going with our, the big guns, the Cole Palmer, the Caicedos, the Fernandes. I like to see all these guys competing in this, in this tournament, because it's a brand new tournament with 32 teams, and teams from different continents, teams from different countries as well. You have teams from Africa, teams from Asia, South America. They're all going to be competing to win this amazing brand new tournament. Yes, there is no football in the summer. We love watching football, don't we? Of course. Yeah. Even if you're chilling with the family, during holidays, you want to be watching football. So this is a great tournament for football fans to get to watch. You can watch this on your iPhone, your tablets, your computer, your TV. It doesn't matter where you are, and it's free. So some great games, some great matchups. You see smaller teams going up against the big boys. Teams from Africa they never expect they're going to be competing in the same tournament with the likes of Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Man City. You have teams, Boca Juniors playing against Bayern Munich. We never thought we could see games like that, but this is what this tournament gives you. And not just winning the tournament as well. You talk about the prize money. If you eventually go all the way and win the trophy, you're going to be getting 100 million. That's a lot of money, for any club. That's a huge amount of money. And that just gives you a massive advantage, to teams that didn't compete in the tournament. Yeah. You have 100 million going into the transfer window. Imagine what you can do with that. You can improve your squad with that. So for me, not just for the lesser team, but also for the bigger teams, it's a huge tournament to be part of.
If ever they were going to sell something, a product, I want you to sell it. I want you to sell it. Because wow.
Thank you very much.
If I owned an igloo and you were selling ice, I'm buying all that ice off you.
There's no need to pay me more.
I tell you what, we've never applauded an answer on that.
But you know, Johnny.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Thank you. You speak about the teams that are in the tournament, and I quite like the fact that there's teams from everywhere.
Yeah.
That makes it, for me, in my head, harder to pick a favourite for the tournament, because I think you have to take the conditions of the weather into the foreseeable, of course, for the tournament. But of course, the Premier League is a difficult league. You got the likes of Chelsea picking up more trophies again this season, Manchester City. But as you said there, the unknown factor about these different teams coming from everywhere makes it even more exciting.
Oh yeah, it does. And all those teams coming from everywhere, and also you have the
we're off at 7, right?
you have the transfer window around the corner as well.
Yeah.
You have teams, like I said, smaller teams from Africa, from Asia, from South America. This is the world biggest stage for them to come and showcase their talent as well.
Do you think that we're going to get more players in this tournament we're completely unaware of moving to European clubs?
Exactly. Players we've never heard of before.
Yeah.
They're gonna, this is a tournament whereby you might have a player come on this sort of world stage tournament and come and announce himself to the world and say, here I am, I want to be the main star of this tournament. And of course, you have the transfer window around the corner. You're performing in the biggest stage.
Yeah.
The big clubs might be looking at you thinking, oh, hold on, there's a player here. We might sign him during the transfer window.
Yeah.
So for this lesser team and for these players that we've never heard of before, what a great stage for them to come and showcase their talent.
Let me ask you, there are rumours suggesting Ronaldo somehow wants to get into your old club Chelsea, right? They need a number 9.
No. Delap.
Yeah,
We've got one already.
I know, but okay, perfect for Delap to learn from, right? do you think that, would you like to see Ronaldo turn out for Chelsea at this tournament?
I like to, but I think obviously we think where he might be going. Obviously, there's this 10-day period of transfer window that's been open, maybe just for the tournament, for clubs to get in 1 or 2 players into their teams to build their team for the FIFA World Cup tournament. So for me, I think if he goes to I think it might be Al Hilal. He might go to. So they're trying to make sure they get him to the tournament, which is going to be good for the tournament, for the fans, for football lovers to see Ronaldo and Messi again compete in another Club World Cup tournament. So it's amazing. Ronaldo is an amazing player. He's an all-time goal scorer. So it would be great to see him also participate in this tournament. Yes, do we need him at Chelsea? Of course we do. We need a number 9. But I think everybody knows the number 9 that I want us to get. And we're not getting it.
Let me guess.
Oh, is that?
Osimhen.
No, Osimhen. Of course, we need to get Osimhen, but I don't think the club is getting him now. We've got a different route. We're getting Delap. I hope he comes in and he helps the team as well. I want to see him in this Club World Cup. I want to see him perform. Obviously, he needs to push Nicolas Jackson. The competition needs to be there. Now we have a healthy competition. Hopefully, we can see how that's going to lead us from this FIFA Club World Cup into the Premier League and, of course, the Champions League.
We'll talk Chelsea in the next section.
Yeah.
Just quickly, because we've got to move on. Just quickly, the trophy itself. Yeah. Have you actually held it?
No, I haven't.
Because it looks a bit barky in the trophy. There's a key, you open up the door, you go to a portal.
Exactly. It's a special trophy, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of the many first trophy I've ever seen that has a key. You need a key to open it.
It's very bizarre,
You know what I mean? It's very bizarre, but I mean, it is special. I'm really looking forward to this tournament. We get to see, again, smaller teams, players that we never heard of, for them to come and showcase their talent. 60% of the games that's going to be played is the first time these teams are going to play against each other. 60%, that is a lot. And to see those matchups, for me, is absolutely fantastic.
Just funny, you said about as he held the trophy.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the only trophies he ain't lifted, by the way. Premier Leagues, FA Cups, Champions Leagues, Europa Leagues.
We'll talk more about your career in just a moment. We are joined, of course, by John Obi Mikel, ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup. You can watch every game from the FIFA Club World Cup on DAZN for free. You can sign up today at DAZN.com. John, you're going to stay with us. We're going to hopefully sell some double glazing and used cars when we come up. But just quickly, they're currently taking on the Windies at the Oval. John Norman is going to sell that for us. Hi, John.
Yep, good evening to you guys, or good afternoon rather. 162 for 7, and West Indies have lost their last recognised batter. Shafane Rutherford, he's gone for 70, and with him, surely West Indies' last chance of posting a competitive score. Just 3 wickets remaining now. The wicket going the way of Adil Rashid, and they've just got Alzaro Joseph and Gudakesh Moti at the crease now with bowlers to come. So a rain reduced 40 over clash, but question about whether West Indies will even bat out the 40 overs. 162 for 7.
John, are you still there?
Of course.
I understand they've just hit a pigeon with the ball, is that right?
Yep, they have.
That must have been a bit of a coup.
Oh, honestly.
That's it, I'll just come up for that joke, John. Thanks, we'll speak to you later. More from John Obi Mikel right after this live with Driver
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.